Alright, so hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another video. I know I've been gone for a few days. That's because I was just on mini vacation. I just spent the night at my freaking grandma's house. Just wanted to visit her while it's summer, all that kind of stuff. But anyway, welcome back to another video. And you guys have been waiting on this. A lot of you have been requesting this, so I mean, here I am doing the last one. Just somehow managed to blow up over time, even though I posted that video over 2 months ago before Zombie Chronicles came out. So this time it's just going to be the Zombies Chronicle maps. Now with this I will be pretty much talking about every map, my personal favorite setup to use on every single Zombies Chronicle map for solo. Now for co-op, I might do that in another video. I might do a co-op version of this video depending on the ratings on this video and stuff like that. With these setups I'm getting ready to show you, that they basically just make the map much easier, and you know, it just makes it a lot easier for high rounds. I would try to refrain from using Perkaholic at like too much. I would try to refrain from using like the bigger, like hard to acquire Gobblegums as much as I possibly can. But actually going into it, Perkaholic, first off, of course it's not Toten. It really has no perks, even though it does have a Wonder Spirit, but Perkaholic just makes it so easy to just get all the perks out the way. You don't have to worry about that. Now, Wild Power Bullet Boost, I will explain that in a second. Immolation is pretty self-explanatory. You want to try to get the Thunder Gun out the box, you know, try to get that out of the way, get that as quick as possible. Now, Alchemical wants to be the last Gobblegum that you actually grab. Now, talking about Wild Power and Bullet Boost. Wild Power, I would definitely suggest going for, I mean, of course, as your third weapon, go for the RK5 off the wall, because keep in mind, Perkaholic can give you Meal Kick. You need to go ahead and try to pull Wild Power and make the RK5 your third weapon. And of course, making that your third weapon, you need Wild Power, obviously. Before you get the RK5, make sure you get Wild Power. And you get a pre-pack-a-punch RK5 with the wall. Do you activate Bullet Boost? Just pray that it will give you freaking Dead Wire or Blast Furnace or either turret. Like any of those three would actually be fine if you pull either one of those three, but it'd be best if you pull Dead Wire. Also, Alchemical should be the last Gobblegum that you pull on this map, because really there are no dog rounds on this map. So like if you run out of ammo, yeah, you're pretty much out of luck. But keep in mind, you have Alchemical with you, so you can just pop that, get ammo, you're straight. Anyway, next map. Now this setup right here goes out to NUMA and VERRUCKT. It's pretty much the same thing. The only difference is I'm not running Perkaholic on neither one of these two maps, because Wonder Spirit is available, so you could definitely go ahead and take advantage of Soda Fountain. Soda Fountain is actually underrated. I don't see why people actually dislike it. It's actually like really good. I mean, obviously you got Perkaholic, it makes it better than this, but still. Soda Fountain is really good because for pretty much essentially 5,000 points, you're allowed to get 8 perks. If there's even that many freaking perks on that map on VERRUCKT and NUMA. Actually, you can buy Quick Revive for 500, then you can spend another 4,500 spending the Wonder Spirit 3 times. You can basically get 8 of your perks like that. So like you really don't even need the full Gobblegum. So essentially pretty much the same thing as NACHT. Wild Power, make RK5 your third weapon, and for Bullet Boost, just pray that you freaking get, like I said, make sure that you try to get either Dead Wire, Turn, and Blast Furnace, like I said. And really Fire Cell on both of these maps is really useful. You can get grab an opportunity to go for the Wonder Waff on NUMA. So the reason that I would run self-med on this map is because keep in mind you have that pack-a-punch RK5, so you can get right back up if you do down, and it's best if you do get, like I said, Dead Wire. That's like the best one that you could probably get, because if you down, you just one burst at a crowd of zombies, they're all gonna die, you can instantly get right back up. So just remember that. Now yeah, that's pretty much it for those two maps. Now on to the Black Ops 1 maps. Now KINO is a very easy map to set up on. You literally only need 3 Gobblegums for this map. At least me personally, you only need 3. And the 3 that you need, they aren't even like hard to acquire. Basically I just left these 2 spots right there. They're just up to your choice. Like these aren't like required Gobblegums. You can just pick any 2 out of those. I just got those set there just so that you just really could put anything right there. But me personally, I only need Unquenchable, Immolation, and Alchemical. Alchemical obviously for the Thunder Gun, unquenchable to try to grab all the perks. Because I have so many, I could just like easily rebuy all of them. And keep in mind that alchemical will keep your thunder gun ammo up. That's, you know, that's for like the super high rounds, just in case you run out of thunder gun ammo. But then again, if you do run out of thunder gun ammo, you can always switch to your other weapons, because you got pack punch upgrades. You got turret, you have a weapon with turret, and you have a weapon with dead wire. That dead wire weapon should be our RK5, but really, the RK5 is pretty self-explanatory on this map. Because you don't have self-med, RK5 isn't really that necessary, but it's still a good. It's always just a good third weapon to have. I always have the RK5 as my third weapon, pretty much on every single map. But now on to Ascension. Now Ascension probably has the most unique setup. Now Ascension, this map right here, I have shopping free because there are a bit of barriers on this map. So like shopping free will help you definitely get to the areas that you really do need to be as early as possible. I think you actually get to the pack punch area on round 1 if you actually use it right. Speaking of shopping free, I will be making a shopping free video tutorial on every map. Basically, I'm going to be showing you the most you can possibly do. Basically off the spawn room. So like of course, maps that have, you know, the Gobblegum machine and the spawn room, I would try to get shopping free on round 1 on every single map and just show you best pathway to take, pretty much to open up as much as possible on round 1. That's essentially what I'm going to be doing. That video might come out sometime next week, or I don't know when, but anyway, on to Ascension now. So I kind of already explained shopping free to you. Wall power is not really necessary, but the other 3 are immolation, the nuke, Gobblegum, and alchemical. Now you do got the monkey rounds, just keep that in mind, but I always just have one on me just in case, you know, for the higher rounds, just in case the monkeys don't come when I really wanted to. Not alchemical, but immolation, of course, is for the thunder gun. And now this one right here, the nuke Gobblegum, is used for the monkeys. So like when you're in a situation, if you have this Gobblegum with you, if the monkey is in like the complete opposite side of the map, you know you're not going to get there in time before they steal that specific perk. I definitely would recommend trying to always have one of these with you instead of alchemical. I just make sure I always have one with me, just so I could just, you know, pop it, get that nuke, and keep in mind you have 2 of them, so you can get them off 2 of your perks, and makes the monkey rounds a lot easier. So definitely the nuke Gobblegum makes the monkey rounds easier. Well, really for perks, you just gotta have the. I really would just rather settle with 4 perks on this map. I don't recommend Perkaholic or Soda Fountain, because yeah, if the monkey actually manages to take one of those perks, then you're pretty screwed if you have Perkaholic or Soda Fountain. That's just in a situation you don't actually have the new Gobblegum. Actually, you can replace Wall Power with Perkaholic or Soda Fountain if you want to. If you want to get all the perks and take the risk, you better make sure you have, like I said, this nuke Gobblegum on you at all times. But then again, at one point you might actually need alchemical. So that's pretty much just explaining Ascension for you. Alright, now we're over to Shang. Shang setup is probably definitely the most questionable, because I haven't played it enough to know exactly which setup. But so far, this is the best setup that I found. Wall power, raindrops, shopping free, immolation, and self-med. Now self-med, of course, pretty much goes along with wall power. Get the RK5 off the wall, have self-med, and you're pretty much set there. Now raindrops and shopping free, those 2 are pretty much there to help you get set up as early as possible. That's pretty much what those 2 are there for. Raindrops, now raindrops, I will make a tutorial talking about that. Pretty much it will be on Origins. That's like the best map to really use that on, but also shopping free as well. Immolation would definitely help you get the baby gun, the baby shrinker. You might not even need it on that map, to be honest. Now that I think about it, you really don't need the baby maker on Shangri-La, because you just always have, you know, you have a secondary with turret, and you have, you know, of course, RK5 with dead wire. If you do down, Shangri-La is really hard to recover on. This is a hard map to actually recover on. So if you do down on this map, then if you don't have self-med, you don't have anything to get all your perks back, then you're probably gonna struggle a lot. So yeah, definitely self-med is ideal on this map. If you want to, you could actually replace immolation with a perkaholic, because all the perks, I'm sorry, all the perks would definitely be useful on this map. On down to Moon is literally the same thing, but the only thing with Moon is you really don't have to worry about ammo along with Shangri-La, because keep in mind, if you do run a wave gun ammo, I mean, you got that, like I said, that secondary, you have it with turret, you have another, which is your RK5, you have self-med on, which is going to have dead wire on it. So like pretty much Moon is actually not a really difficult map to set up on, especially with this Gobblegum setup. It's really not. So Moon is pretty much the same as Shangri-La. I'm not really going to explain Moon too much here. Now the final DLC5 Zombies Chronicle map Origins, by far the most glitchiest, but at the same time still my favorite map. So this map right here is pretty much the same as you've been seeing in the all video. Raindrop, soda fountain, shopping free, fire cell, and alchemical. Now I'm gonna explain raindrops. Raindrops, if you don't have raindrops, by the way, if you don't have raindrops, you can replace that with extra credit. If you don't have that, replace it with double points. It's one of those maps that you definitely want to try to get as many points as you can. Try to get set up as early as possible. Just makes the map just so much easier to do. Now soda fountain. Soda fountain is pretty good on this map. Keep in mind, you're gonna be getting 2 perks from raindrops. You're already gonna get 2 perks from that. So if you get soda fountain, you really only need like you need 3,500 points essentially to pretty much get set up. Hit the Wonder Spirit twice, that's 3,000, and then you buy Quick Revive. Well, you buy Quick Revive first, then you spend the Wonder Spear 2 times. You basically have pretty much all your perks already. Shopping free is definitely like worth it. Once you get if you get it on round 1 or 2, is really strong on this map. Shopping free, I definitely. Matter of fact, out of all the maps, shopping free is probably the best on this map. Like shopping free is really helpful on this map because they made the berries a little bit more expensive compared to how they were in Black Ops 2. On solo, the berries were actually not that expensive, but they made them a little bit more expensive on this map. Shopping free. Well, really, that's the only thing I use shopping free for is pretty much just clearing out the barriers as early as possible. And immolation is not really a must, but immolation, I literally only use immolation for one purpose on this map, and that's just to get the that's essentially just to get the regular Mark II. The regular Mark II is definitely pretty much essential on this map because it deals with the Panzers really easily on the high rounds. On the lower rounds, at least up to like about round 40, you can pretty much use the staff to kill the Panzers, but then again, I'd rather just save my staff ammo, especially on rounds after round 30, 40. I definitely want to try to save as much staff ammo as I can, so I really don't want to waste them on Panzers, so I definitely make sure I try to get the Mark II as early as possible, so I don't really have to have any type of trouble with Panzers. And alchemical is that Gobblegum for the super high rounds. Alchemical, I make sure I have it once I am completely set up, because if I run low on staff ammo, you think about it like that, you run low on staff ammo, you can refill ammo on 2 staffs. Just think about that. You could activate alchemical twice, remember that. So like if you run low on both your wind and ice staff on like what, round 80, 90, by the time you get in that situation, you can pop alchemical, you can refill your wind staff ammo, put the wind staff on this pedestal, you can go pick up your ice staff and refill ammo on that. So like alchemical is really actually useful on this map compared to any of the other maps. By far, Origin is probably the most accurate setup. The others you might reconsider switching up, but I'm just giving you pretty much my advice. But anyway guys, hopefully you did enjoy this video, and make sure you leave a like, rating, and subscribe if you want to see any more DLC5 tutorials. Hopefully you enjoy it guys. See you later.